Hello everyone, I'm Jack. Welcome to episode 46 of the Save File podcast. Today, we're discussing gaming acquisitions, Blizzard's foray into mobile gaming, while EA and Fifa set to part ways. Joining me today is Josh. How you going, Josh?
Howdy.
Now, Josh, what is your first gaming memory?
First gaming memory.
Or the first game you have memories of.
Okay. This is the furthest one back, I'm pretty sure, is I couldn't beat Bowser in Mario 64, so I got my dad to do it. I think that's the furthest one I've gone back.
No. Alright. Joining me next, Anf. How you going?
Hey, yo, what's up?
What's your first gaming memory?
My first gaming memory is Starwing. It's also known as Star Fox, everywhere else, but over here it was called Starwing on the SNES. It was a fun game. But I do have something in regards to you, Jack. And Charles will join in this. I have a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. Meaning, you are very much trapped into playing this game because Sharps knows.
No. That's not happening.
That is happening.
Of course that's Sharps. Now Sharps. What is your first gaming memory?
I remember we used to own
one of the first ones.
So one of the first memories I had is I remember we used to own like a knockoff plug-and-play console called a Mega Joy. And it used to just have old Nintendo ROMs on it. So I played the fuck out of Excitebike.
Excitebike was pretty lit.
Excitebike was pretty lit. I played that. I played Adventure Island, Super Mario Bros. Obviously. Yeah, man, a lot of good shit on that.
I've got to be split on mine because I can't remember what's first. But two of the ones that I have, so watching my mum play Age of Empires and being like, hey, can I play? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then the other one would have been when we were giving our PS2. We were given our PS2 and we were playing Simpsons Road Rage. That's, classics, right?
And you'll be able to add Red Dead Redemption 2 to your memories very soon.
I was about to say that.
About time to end the podcast.
I want an answer.
Man,
we are recording this. Why will you not play Red Dead?
This is my worry that now this is all recording. Clinton, you just cut this entire bit out.
No, he will not cut this all entire out. Jack, why will you not play Red Dead Redemption 2?
I'm worried about the amount of time it's going to take up.
Jack, time comes and goes. Mostly goes, right? It moves forward. But the real time is the friendships you made along the way.
Single player game. No friendships to
There's
be made.
multiplayer in it. We can play.
That no one plays.
We can. You won't buy the game. And now you don't have to.
Did you guys hear about the whole people who would spawn chests in the overworld as like a griefing method?
Why would you tell him this?
Because the anti-cheat method that they used detected if you opened the chest, not if you spawned it in. So if people would use it to ban innocent players.
I remember that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, just food for thought.
So, you know what games people play a lot?
No.
Mobile games.
Never.
Because you know why? They're on your phone. Do you guys have phones?
No.
No.
Never.
Now, for those who have been paying attention, that's a reference to when Diablo Immortal got announced and Blizzard was like, what, you guys don't have phones? When they were basically getting booed out of the building.
You guys have PCs?
Then, I mean, I do. Do you guys have PCs?
I mean, I do.
But do you guys? So,
they got a lot of backlash when the next Diablo thing that everyone was really hoping was Diablo 4, but the announcement became Diablo Immortal, and people got really, really ticked off. But now, guess what? They're going, maybe we better release this on PC when 90% of our previous player base has been. Might be a good idea. So, Diablo Immortal actually got an announcement or a release date, which is June 2nd, with the surprising part being they will also have a PC beta at the same time.
That's what PC players want, to play betas of mobile phones games.
That's their dream.
That's
In
why
fairness,
they built a $3,500 PC.
Dude, I can't wait to play like mobile phone betas on the shit.
Yeah, bro, I got
It
a
says-
3070 to play iPhone
in
games.
fairness, one of the first things I played on the PC I am now recording this podcast on was Age of Empires. Despite getting highly advanced PC, the first thing I did was play Age of Empires on it.
Well, that's the meme, isn't it? It's just like, just spent $3,000 on a computer. Man, can't wait to play GBA games on this thing.
Minecraft.
Dude, I'm gonna stream the shit out of Mother 3.
You know, this game
so-
comes out.
Just so we're clear, we do not endorse illegal emulation. I say that as the proud owner of an Xbox Series S.
I proudly endorse emulation. Fuck it.
Oh, the Xperia X, eh? But so this comes out on June 2nd. You know, they had a missed opportunity for April 1st.
I would have absolutely released it on April 1st had it been ready.
In fairness, it probably wasn't ready.
I know, but I would have
But yes, I do agree
absolutely...
with
I
the
wish they
sentiment.
would have said it's an in-season April Fool's joke.
I think it's hilarious that it literally took backlash for it to happen, and I think it's a really good idea because it's going to be cross progression and cross play. So
I think it's a good
Like
idea. I'm just sick of it being like, yes, we received a ton of very obvious backlash we knew we were going to get and backflipped.
I mean, at least you receive backlash, you do right thing, rather than receive backlash and do wrong thing.
Okay, the cynic in me is like, do you reckon companies are going to like do things that they know they're going to get backlash for so they can get praised later for doing what they were going to do in the beginning?
Yes.
Like completely fake it?
That's actually happened a lot with Destiny, and people have pointed out, like, people are like, hey guys, just a reminder, when they fix this thing, let's not all praise them for fixing it. Should not have been broken in the first place. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to Diablo Immortal because I did play some of the beta and I enjoyed it a lot. And it was like, this has a lot of potential and there's a lot of stuff in that I would like them to carry over to Diablo 4 because it really does feel like Diablo 3.5. It's like a testing ground.
Oh man,
Almost.
Diablo's going to become like Kingdom Hearts.
I can't wait for Diablo 1.
You can play all the games. You can play all the games. So it's okay.
I'm going to buy Diablo 1.5, 2.5 remix.
No. So see, this is the thing. Because of this, you can now play all the games on the same platform. It wasn't going to be a thing before. So, then Blizzard decided, you know what? We haven't caused enough drama. Warcraft. You know that PC game they released? Warcraft 3 Reforged? Yeah, that didn't do well. So instead they're going, fuck it, we'll do a mobile game of Warcraft.
Why is that their go-to these days?
Because they make money and they're 50% of the goddamn market. That's why. They make lots of money. So, Blizzard last week announced Warcraft Arclight Rumble, which is basically their new tower offense game is what they've branded it as. So basically, you get all your Warcraft troops, so there's like your orcs, your humans, and you go and you try and spend your gold to go and attack bases and whatnot. Apparently there's going to be a campaign, there's going to be over 70 maps, it's nuts.
Only 70? It's a mobile game.
Well, the fact it's a free-to-play and they got like 70 maps actually sort of sounds pretty good, low-key.
How free to play do you reckon it's going to be though?
That's always the question.
Like on a scale
Diablo
from,
Immortal,
Clash of Clans.
Diablo
to,
Immortal had like,
Dungeon Master.
yeah, because Diablo Immortal, like, they didn't have any of the monetary stuff turned on, so people wondered that and were like, I can see there being like XP boosts and stuff. I suppose you could. So the idea with Warcraft, the Warcraft game, is that you're going to be able to unlock units, and maybe you get access to.
Oh, it's a gacha game.
I don't know if it's gacha. Like, I don't know if. I mean, they didn't expand on loot boxes or how you're going to acquire these characters. So I suppose there's still a lot to find out. But like you probably unlock most of them during the campaign. There's probably like
I don't believe that for a second.
No, I said most, but I'm gonna guess fan favorites might cost a lot of in-game time or money, and it's gonna take you a lot to unlock those.
Have you ever played Pokemon Master Sex? Like, we're all very aware of how collectible units end up in mobile games.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Look, I'm interested in this. If it's a way for me to kill time on the train, and I don't feel like I need to pay money for it, cool. Do I just want them to make Warcraft 4 at this point? Yes. Yes, I do. Hurry up. Do that. Screw StarCraft 3. Just make Warcraft 4.
I feel like they'll make World of Warcraft 2 before they make World of Warcraft 4.
No, but they just keep updating that.
Maybe they can make Galaxy of Warcraft.
Galaxy of Warcraft?
Multiverse of Warcraft.
Warcraft 40k.
Can I just say, just in case you do feel any kind of sympathy for Blizzard, these are the people who put Battle.net vouchers in their employees' severance packs.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
And it came with like a note that was like, thank you for all your service. Here's a Battle.net voucher so you can give us more money. It was fucking...
Dude, that's like...
No, now you can go buy Overwatch loot boxes that... Oh, wait, no one's playing Overwatch anymore.
Yeah, they're just data mining the models for research purposes.
So I just want to mention that little bit of Overwatch news. So, Overwatch 2 beta, was doing really well and everything. On the first day, they were like, oh, look, we had like 1.5 million people watching on Twitch. Literally the next day, it dropped to 15,000.
Oh my god.
People suspect a lot of that was literally, if you watch Twitch streamers for 4 hours, like a selection of them, you actually got access to the beta. Oh. And so people were like, they probably just had it on in the background, watching it,
Just to kind of have access to it, not even to play it.
Yeah, just so they then go play the beta. So if, that's probably why they're making all these mobile games, because apparently they can't make a good PC game anymore that keeps your attention. Because World of Warcraft's dying, StarCraft 2 is dead, Hearthstone is getting updates, but nobody cares. Heroes of the Storm hasn't been heard about.
Heroes of the Storm still exists? What?
It exists, they're just, it's the problem child.
Yeah.
That they don't know what to do with.
Yeah, I forgot about Hearthstone up until now.
Exactly.
Just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Link now.
Master Link?
Yeah. Is it Master Link or is it
Master Duel?
Master Duel. Link Duel Links.
I like Master Link, which made me think of what if they animated the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, but like the Zelda CDI games?
Bombs? Rope?
Blue Eyes, you want them?
It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough life points.
Oh god, that was actually pretty good.
Where were we?
I don't know, I completely forgotten about the topic we were talking about. Alright, Blizzard.
No, we can move on from Blizzard. We've kicked the boot in enough for now. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We're about done with you, friend.
If you talk about Blizzard, then you go, what's another company that's had lots of issues we can talk about? Who does your mind jump to?
Hang on. I got the perfect transition for this. If you have a problem with what we say about Blizzard, then Ubisoft.
Oh, dude, our friends from France?
Kick him out. Kick him out of the podcast.
It's going to edit me out of
legendary.
This one.
So, Ubisoft have acquired takeover interests. So, Bloomberg is reporting that at least a couple of companies are keeping an eye on Ubisoft who may be looking to sell. They have apparently been ordering parts of the business as though they could be preparing for a sale. Obviously, this comes on the back of all their harassment and workplace culture issues, and feels very similar to the Activision Blizzard, basically sort of doing the same thing with Microsoft. It was also not the first time selling has been brought up. They actually brought it up in the actual company's end-of-year financial call, which to me seems a little bizarre. But
I hope EA buys them, so they never make another game again.
Also, Ubisoft? Really?
Yeah, fucking... Don't pretend like you weren't laughing at it.
No, that was pretty good.
I was holding it in.
So what do we think? How much would you pay for Ubisoft? Would it be $2?
Personally?
Do I get a discount if I get rid of the abusers there?
Can I use Battle.net Steam codes?
Can I use my
Hey,
can I
I mean-
can I use my Battle.net gift card?
Yeah, to buy the
Can
Ubisoft
I
company.
can I retcon Assassin's Creed 3?
Yes, you
Is that an option?
but only if
No.
you purchase the Ubisoft.
Assassin's Creed 3 was fine. What
Yeah,
are you
it's
talking
Syndicate
about?
you would want to get rid of. Oh, look at me! I'm an assassin. I work in the shadows with my fucking revolver.
No, not get rid of
about? I'll
it.
be honest, I'll get rid of Valhalla.
You know, to be fair, most assassins use revolvers.
Listen,
Yeah, they're all
Josh.
silent.
Just ask Lincoln. Wait, no, didn't Lincoln die with a bayonet?
what?
No, buy a fucking
No,
bullet.
Abraham Lincoln was
An
shot.
axe? Holy shit, that's metal as fuck.
You know what's funny?
Why did he
I'm
bother
just
for
thinking
the
like,
laughter to rise?
imagine if
The axe
imagine if he nicknamed his gun the Axe. It's like that Romeo and Juliet movie where he goes, "I pull out my sword," and the gun literally says "sword 9mm."
No, I'm imagining he called his gun the impeachment device. The people have spoken.
So one of my favourite announcements is that literally their stock went up following the rumours that they were going to get taken over by 10%. I'm like, so you guys get to announce it in another month as well that maybe we'll get taken over. You just leak stuff to the media. Get your stock back up.
I just hope that the new owners actually finish Beyond Good and Evil 2.
No. In fact, they'll cancel it.
Yeet.
Maybe they'll make a good Ghost Recon.
They will not.
Wait, guys, what'll happen to my Ghost Recon NFT?
Oh. It turns out the tokens were fungible all along.
Now, if they can remake Assassin's Creed 1, maybe.
Did you guys hear about the data leak with the NFT stuff that happened recently?
Yes, it was amazing.
It's kind of funny. For those that don't know, basically a bunch of NFTs got stolen, which is the one thing you're not supposed to be able to do.
There was an NFT Twitter account, and it said, "Show me the last photo you saved on your phone," and it was the exact NFT he had as his profile picture. I think the best thing was that, you remember the Simpsons episode where Troy McClure does stage and he does Planet of the Apes? The best was there was a meme I found, and I said to, where it was him singing. It's like, oh my god, I was wrong. They were fungible all along.
It's extra funny that there are monkeys in the
The funny someone apparently
Oh no!
apparently I read that someone stole all the Bored Ape Yacht Club memes and replaced them with Ape Escape gifs. You know what? That would make them go up in value, if anything. Ape Escape is fucking great.
I mean, I would consider buying an Ape Escape gift.
So,
Fuck me.
Ubisoft.
This is a gaming and shitting on NFT podcast.
I mean, anytime I can just talk down the horrible idea of NFTs, I'm all for it.
Speaking of NFTs, can we, just while we're on the subject, talk about Square Enix?
So, well, we're about to get to Square Enix. They're up next because guess what? Acquisitions is just the talk of the town, guys. Embracer Group acquired Crystal Dynamics, Eido Montreal, and Square Montreal, along with several IP. Yeah. What?
So do you want to quickly go through the list of every property that's basically gone now?
So this was nuts and just sort of came out of nowhere, really, I feel. The IP list includes Tomb Raider is probably like number one on there.
Yeah.
Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain, The Horde, Thief, Whiplash, The Unholy War, Solar Eclipse, and Project Snowblends. Now, there's a couple that are missing.
And Sleeping
there.
Dogs. Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah. No, sorry, they...
Yep.
Did they sell Sleeping Dogs?
It went with them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so they were also asked about Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, and they said that currently published games like Avengers and Guardians would be moving over after the deal, but future games would require working out a new deal with Marvel. Spoiler alert, that's not going to happen because neither of those made money.
The funniest thing, and I saw this and I retweeted it, is that Annapurna Interactive, who are mostly known for like What Remains of Edith Finch, Outer Wilds, and a couple of other things. They literally tweeted, they go, "Someone give us the rights to make a Sleeping Dogs sequel." I would, you know what?
I would like to see that.
If I was to wake up tomorrow and I would read something like United Front Games re-established to be working on a Sleeping Dogs sequel, holy fuck, I would think the stars have aligned. Because that is something that would make me so fucking happy. Either that or give us like... Find a way to give us back Mod Nation races. That was fucking fantastic.
Ooh.
Yeah, the stated reason for this mass sell-off of very good IPs was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Why was that?
Because Square Enix would like to focus on their Japanese games, which, you know, fair. They tend to be the things that make money. But
yeah, for those who are paying attention, they're the Western studios that mostly got kicked out.
Yeah. But they mostly want to focus on their new business model of using NFTs. And I was like,
You know, that thing that's being... basically has actually had marked decrease in interest from all parties because they keep getting crapped on and nobody cares about them.
There hasn't been that fucking interview with that one fuckwit with like a cap and a mullet saying that they're a millionaire now because they bought an NFT when they were like $20. That hasn't happened because it's not gonna fucking happen. This isn't Bitcoin. Stop it.
I can't wait for their new game, Kingdom Hearts Blockchain of Memories.
I feel like that's so within the realm of
Kingdom Hearts 300.
I was going to say Bored Ape Escape, but that's too easy.
Kingdom Hearts 358 days over 2 Ethereum.
But it is concerning.
It's...
Which part? The fact that they're moving to...
The fact that Square Enix is dedicating any amount of time to NFTs.
Look, honestly, can I just say, Square Enix have always treated their Western IPs really shit. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but when Sleeping Dogs, the Tomb Raider reboot, and Hitman Absolution, which all sold upwards of like 4 million copies each, all came out and they were like relatively critically received well. Square came out and they were like, no, these are failures. It was our choice to spend all these millions on getting like Hollywood actors to voice cast in them, and they only sold a few million copies. Like they've always had such
this?
high.
This isn't Dragon Quest.
They've always had such high expectations of their Western studios because, for some reason, I don't know why this is, but I feel like they just honestly, for their in-house stuff, like the stuff that's actually made by Square, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, they're happy to take 7-8 years on that. But like every other game, they're like, oh no, you have like 3 months to make this and you must sell at least 10 million units. Like when they got Sleeping Dogs, when they acquired that, the game was mostly done. They did not have a lot of money to pay for the development because it was mostly done. And then they were like, oh, it's a failure. It only sold 5 million copies. And it's like, my brother in Christ, you didn't pay for the development mostly.
They were also sort of like that with, because their marketing skills when it comes to not Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, or Nier or Dragon Quest is like dog shit.
No,
like,
even with Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. You know how I know anything about the new Final Fantasy? Because you're liking tweets from a Twitter account not affiliated with Square Enix that's giving updates on the game.
That is kind of funny.
Like, I'm subscribed to like fucking...
Amp-liking tweets.
I'm subscribed to like 5 different YouTube channels that do all game trailers. They're dedicated to that. Plus like a million other ones that do gaming news. Not one of them has talked about the new Final Fantasy. And that's for their Kingdom Hearts marketing, now in development. Like, it's...
Their marketing is putting spoilers in their trailers.
Pretty much.
That's true. They do that a lot. It's like Star Wars all over again.
Like,
There's like too many of the gaming companies, actually.
I feel like Square Enix is still stuck in 2007 and don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know what on earth they're trying to do.
I don't know what they're doing.
I think they're just like, well, we have Dragon Quest, so we're never gonna fail.
A Dragon Quest with Final Fantasy will be fun.
they've also got KH, which is affiliated with Disney, which it's like their second powerhouse next to FF and Dragon Quest.
One of the other ones not mentioned here is Outriders. Now, I tell you now, nothing's probably happening with that game because they haven't made a profit off Outriders because People Can Fly haven't got any money off that, meaning basically there's no royalties to come in, meaning they haven't actually made budget or any of the development costs. So, yeah.
Square Enix
That's
also
not
still
good.
own Don't Nod, so that means they still have like Life is Strange and all that at the moment.
The one thing where I would have accepted them, like throwing it away.
There was a
Why do you hate Life is Strange so much?
On principle, mainly.
One of my mates was telling me about, I think it was Castle Super Beast, where they were talking about how the powers in Life is Strange get like worse and worse.
Yeah, they get shittier every game.
Like,
don't they?
Max was able to rewind time slightly, and then they got the brothers where one had telekinesis, and now they're like, oh yeah, she can sense emotions.
Oh boy, an empath.
Which is still more than Scott Morrison can do without a consultant. But it like I gotta say, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I liked the first Life is Strange, despite its questionable moments, but
Which questionable? Explain yourself.
no, like
Sheldon.
some of the writing was just, it felt like how today's kids see 90s kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Excellent way of describing
What do you do,
it.
fellow kids?
How do you do?
Like, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of the reason I thought it was good was because it was a breath of fresh air compared to what was going on at the time.
You also got
That's
a
how I
real.
felt about when like the Zelda came out for the Switch. It was definitely a breath of the wild.
You also got to realize
Shut
that
up.
they weren't kid chubs. They weren't kids. They were college students acting like teenagers.
Oh yeah, that was... No, they were high school students in the
Dude,
game.
their memes weren't dank enough to
Yeah.
talk like
They
that.
weren't
The most
taken out.
unrelatable thing was when Max says, oh man, I can't wait to watch Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Who said that? Like, actually, Charles, you missed one superpower.
What?
It's called being a teenage brat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, she got a long way doing that.
That was in Before the Storm. That was a superpower. You couldn't rewind time, but you could chuck a tantrum. That would.
My favorite part was the girl being retroactively correct that her stepdad was a dick. Like, I'm gonna be an asshole to you until you fuck up.
It's up to you to prove me wrong.
Yeah, basically.
How to get kicked out of your house 101.
Alright.
But that's
So,
enough of Life is Monday.
I
Let's
just-
keep going.
Life is Monday.
Yeah, anything else we want to say about Square Enix and selling things off to go after NFT seems like a bad idea.
Why?
Don't do it, but
What are you
too
gonna
late.
do? Board Moogles? Like, I don't understand.
Well, they say that Final Fantasy 16 is like they're gonna release a trailer really soon because they said the game is like pretty much done.
Dude, I hope it doesn't have any NFT integration. If I see that shit, I swear to God.
I'll cry because no. I just hope they don't pull off the fucking like.
Final Fantasy, give me your wallet.
Like, does everyone remember, or I guess maybe Who here has played Final Fantasy 15? Is it just me or is it you, Josh?
Of course I played it.
Do you remember the DLC? Like how that worked?
Oh man, I played it day one. I didn't even get the DLC.
Yeah, no, lucky you didn't because there's it's a shit show.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
You have to buy the season pass, which comes with I think the 4 episodes that come with it. But you're not done there. If you own the base version of the game, you have to get the Royal Edition of the game. Which guess what? There's 2 different like versions of that. I'm not sure what.
How do you wait?
But you have to get one particular version for the other one to work.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
There's
so
wait. No.
Sounds like
Hold
a
up.
rip.
There's a Royal Edition, but there's 2 versions of the Royal Edition.
I don't know how I looked at it. I might be spreading some slander here, but that's how I saw
Well,
it.
One of my rules of thumb
to play games.
One of my rules is if you need a fucking spreadsheet to figure out which edition to buy of a game you want, that is fucking stupid. I remember when Ubisoft used to have like 7 versions of every Assassin's Creed that came out every year.
No.
What do you mean used to? I feel like
No, that's only because they haven't made an Assassin's Creed the last couple of
I
years.
thank you. I was literally going to say it's just because they haven't made one in 2
Yeah,
years.
Final-
They're just releasing DLC.
Final Fantasy 15. I looked at that DLC and went, okay, how much is it on Steam? It was like $44, so I got it on like a sale
You know what?
on Steam, where it had everything, but like the Arden DLC, which I got separately. It was really cheap.
You know what the cardinal sin of video game editions is? When you have like more than 4 different editions. I was gonna say 3, but I'll give you one more. More than 4 different editions, and there's not one edition that comes with all the content. Get fucked.
Yeah,
that's super annoying.
Yeah, it's called
That just shouldn't be allowed.
Bro,
it's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Like I honestly like I know I just mentioned Assassin's Creed, but they're an easy example. I remember.
Oh no, they do it all the
I
time.
remember I literally have to used to look it up, and because the problem was most editions would have like an exclusive mission, and they'd be like, oh, let's make a new edition for it, and then you'd have to look at the premise of the mission and see which one's the most interesting, and then decide if you want the fucking statue or not. It was fucking annoying. Honestly, if I ever end up running a AAA studio, right, we're releasing 3 fucking versions max. You get your standard edition, you get a fucking deluxe edition, and then you get a fucking edition that comes with some kind of shitty collectible. That's it.
I just... Yeah, for me it'd be 2 versions. Here's game, here is game with extra, physical stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's it.
Yeah.
hey, Josh.
Do you need...
Yeah,
Josh,
I'm
you
good.
good? Okay.
Josh just had some technical difficulties just now.
We're all good. We're going to cut it out.
Yes, no, he's very good at
that. He's going to keep it in to make you look
God,
like
he
a
did
fool.
that last time.
Also,
You know
while
who
we're
also
on the
fools?
topic of video game editions,
No,
I
want to talk about
just
fools.
quickly, I saw this today. Gotham Knights, the collector's edition on JB Hi-Fi's New Zealand store is $550. That's more than a Switch OLED.
That's about dental, a cleanup on my teeth and a removal of one wisdom tooth.
Bro, what fucking dentist are you going to? That's fucking...
One without health funds.
That's fucking pricey as hell, man. Even mine doesn't charge me that much. But $550 for an edition of the game, that's fucking pricey. Once it goes above 200, 220, I'm always oh man, they got some fucking explaining to do here. $550. Can you imagine if, as a kid, you asked your parents for $550 for a single game?
Hey, can I borrow $550?
I'd get laughed
Why?
at.
I can't tell you.
I would just straight up get laughed
That
at.
is like a week's rent where I'm living.
Man, rent's cheap where you are.
It's nuts.
Fuck.
Excuse me, Mr.
Oh,
Ownerhouse.
oof, you're hurting me.
This is...
Jack, what did you want to talk about?
I was talking about losers, and then I was going to go and talk about EA.
Hey.
So, EA had sort of one of the end of end of year sort of convos with all their various executive type people, and surprise, FIFA 2023 this year will be the last time they make it.
End of an era. But I never thought I'd outlive FIFA.
So yeah.
From FIFA to FIFO, because FIFO in the food industry is called first in, first out.
I'm just going to say this to all the FIFA fans. Rot.
Oh fuck!
So we'll go into more details here.
But you know what they say, boys. In life, when one door closes, another one opens. And in doing so, EA have announced the next game will be called FIFA FC. Sorry, EAFC. My bad. But yeah, they essentially said they weren't going to meet FIFA's demands for the branding.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, they claim that they have thousands of players, like professional football players, that have already given their likenesses. And essentially what's happened is without FIFA, I believe they'll have to go to like every team in every league and just be like, can we borrow your likeness?
Just do what Nintendo does and put a bunch of recognizable characters in there.
Yes, Manchester United's finest striker, Mario.
They play the greatest games, for they are the strongest soldiers.
Charbel reminds me of the Ricky Ponting game that wasn't licensed, and it was like Ricky Punting, Shane Wazzo, like all these random names.
What? Is that a real thing?
Like,
Ricky Punting.
Tiger Messi. Ronaldo Cristiano. So I think this is actually really interesting, and people haven't thought about it a lot, because basically it means that you're going to actually have competing football games. Because FIFA is not going to just go, oh, you're ending your agreement with us? Cool. We're done making a video game that makes us crap loads of money. No, they're going to go find another studio. Duh, that's what they do.
Organization FIFA won't let go of something that makes money? Well, colour me shocked.
I know. Can you believe it? So, what this means is from 2023, I can easily see them just going head to head. It'll almost be like the new version of Call of Duty Battlefield. And just, what are you going to buy? What are your mates buying? You'll probably end up doing that, but which one do you feel like you want to buy? And I think this is actually sort of good for everyone, because I think there's potential for actually substantial change and improvement, especially when you're literally going to have two games competing with each other, and my god, do sports games need help. Sports games you have to really love the sport, or the game has to be just amazing, because they haven't been great in a while, I'm going to argue.
It depends on the game. There's been like...
Very rarely.
I mean, if you're talking about like the big sports games like EA, NBA 2K, I haven't like thoroughly enjoyed one of them in a while.
That's sort of what I'm saying. Like, they've struggled for a while. I mean, I know WWE took off a year. Literally, they were just like, we're not going to make a game this year. And then they came back this year with WWE 2K22. And surprise, you took the year off and it was a better game. And I hope that they realise the quality actually matters. And will get your game received pretty well. Surprise. I mean, you've had the same thing with NBA games, where you literally have gone back to the older versions because this year's edition sucked.
Honestly, I am like in the mood to play NBA 2K5. Honestly, playing 24/7 mode and playing street ball with a Shaolin monk is great. They don't have that in the new games. There's no personality to it. You know what I mean?
I feel they're very much the Western cash grabs. They're just like, just put a loot box in, have them try and get their favourite players or stat upgrades in the loot boxes, and away you go. And I just feel like maybe this is... Look, going to put this out there. EA likes money. FIFA likes money. There's probably going to be loot boxes in there, but maybe you could actually get something good out of this. And maybe they both suck and some other company comes in with a better football game. There are other football games out there, but maybe disassociation from each other might help. We'll see. But that's not all with EA, because they also announced, guys, this is the mobile games podcast, because EA announced a mobile game too!
We've had enough.
No, you haven't. You have a phone.
Do you have a phone?
Yes. Do you like Lord of the Rings? We hope so, because we paid lots of money for it. Because they announced Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. It's a free-to-play mobile RPG collectible game. It's another gotcha game. Yay!
So do I get a PNG of Gandalf in a swimsuit?
You're going to get him in a swimsuit. You're going to get him in a bikini. You're going to get him in a suit. He's going to wear a bow tie. Everything.
He's going to be like, you shall not pass while everything jiggles.
Oh my, cut that out.
No, enhance it. Based boosting.
So apparently it will feature immersive storytelling, turn-based combat, deep collection systems. It literally sounds like Marvel Strike Force, but Lord of the Rings. A wide roster of characters from both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Gameplay will involve battles across various known stories from Tolkien's works, and will include social and competitive play. Why does everything have to happen?
I don't know. It's the first. It's like first the mobile game, and then we'll introduce NFT gacha game.
So
Also, who would...
Why not both?
I don't know. So I know this isn't strictly gaming related, but while we're on the topic of NFTs, Mercedes-Benz Australia has entered the metaverse in a series of striking NFT artworks.
Oh god, I want to end the podcast here. Oh god, why? Stop with NFTs, please.
NFT is more like no fucking thanks.
No
Thank you,
fucking
Skill Up.
thanks.
So for those who don't know, there's an Aussie YouTuber called Skill Up who literally on his weekly news segment does a segment called No Fucking Thanks, which refers to NFTs.
That is
and it's
pretty great.
I just... Oh, stop, please. Please.
It is pretty funny.
What have you guys been playing recently?
You want to talk about something
Animal
happier?
Crossing.
We can do that.
One more
Animal
thing...
Crossing. You're 2 years too late.
Me and Lexia went back and played Animal Crossing again. It was very relaxing.
Hang on. I have to ask. Did you go back after a long time off and was everyone sad or everything dead on your
there were
own?
people eating corpses. It was bad.
Wait, that's a thing?
No, what the fuck? Why would you believe that even for a second?
No, but like, do people
No,
die in Animal Crossing?
No.
No.
But people do move away, and I think some of your crop
Yeah,
do
like
die. or
your
something.
island will be
Some
full
people-
of
yeah,
memes
people
and
get-
everyone will be like, "Where the fuck did you go?"
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, there's people that...
Where have you been?
Yeah, there's people that, like, leave the island because you,
And
like,
you only
left
find out 'cause,
yourself.
like one of your neighbors will be like, "Oh, you know, like the islander you liked the most? Yeah, he left without telling you. He hates you." Then.
Wow, that was...
Like, I know there's another way to get islanders to leave. By, like, you know, hitting
Yeah,
them with
you-
your axe and, like, smacking
Yeah,
with
it's
a
true.
shovel.
You can go
It's
full
great.
Don boss on them, but it's not useful.
I feel like Animal Crossing is like the nice way of playing Stardew Valley. Whereas Stardew Valley, I feel like I want to min-max everything. Whereas Animal Crossing is like
It demands
a
you
lot
be
calmer.
calm. It's like, no, you will relax
Yeah.
to these chill beats.
Rather than Stardew Valley, where I'm like, oh my god, I got to get here by 2 p.m. and then I got to go to there and be out in 3 hours, and then whereas you're just
I have
like,
to have a child
"What's
by
that
5
time?"
p.m. Hurry
Alright,
up.
that's
But-
alright.
But Animal Crossing came out at the right time, though. Like, this was...
Oh, no, it did,
This was
100%.
during, like, the beginning of COVID Arc 1.
COVID Arc
Still
1.
weird.
I'm really liking this. These terminologies.
Yeah, I fought in the first
The
COVID
first
wars.
COVID I can't believe it. He still avoided the disease.
First came the bat virus, then came the
What the
giraffe
fuck
virus.
is that?
Have you seen giraffes and what they do
Yes,
with
I have.
tongues? So, I have been playing. I'll get back to the topic. And I've been playing Roblox C2 a lot, which came out
Dude,
the
that
other
sounds
week
fun.
out of their early access. Game is fantastic. If you enjoyed Roblox C1, which was like one of the first roguelites, roguelites, so you actually get progress. Absolutely amazing. I cannot get enough of it. They have so many classes. It's just... I love the game because literally you're like, okay, I died on this run. You get the choice of your next few heirs, and it's like, they've got different spells. You have literally different class. You can't be the class you chose last time because they probably haven't given it to you again. Simply because by the time you get to endgame, there's like 12 classes. And you're just playing something different every time. So it actually is very refreshing despite the fact you're going in to the same run, killing a lot of the same enemies, but you're trying to progress, you're trying to do different things. Sometimes you'll have bad modifiers that will get your gold up like 300%, but if you get hit, you die. Or there's another one of my favorites is literally the pacifist, so you can't do anything, you can't do any damage to anything. So it is literally a gold run. You literally just want to go break everything to get gold and open up chests.
That's pretty great.
Love it. Highly recommend that.
I'm currently playing through Persona 4 Golden. I'm directly at the final boss. Like, not gonna say which one. But I'm like at the final boss as we speak. I got there before this podcast started, so after this podcast ends, I'll be going back to finish the game off.
Is that a threat?
It's been a long... That's a threat! That's not an idle one either. I'll do it. I don't know, it's been a very, very, long journey, and I enjoyed Persona 4 Golden a hell of a lot. Like, if you enjoyed the 5th game, I recommend going back to Golden. It is fantastic. So what about you, Shubs? What are you playing?
Jack failed to mention one thing. He has not just been playing Rogue Legacy 2.
A threat.
Jack, what's the other game you've been playing?
Horizon
Bullshit.
Forbidden West.
What's the other game you have been playing? For someone who shit talks Blizzard an awful lot, you've been playing Overwatch.
I have been playing Overwatch. I have enjoyed Overwatch and playing that with you.
Oh, with him.
I'm okay to say I've been playing Overwatch. It's fine. Overwatch has been great.
Fucking race traders, alright?
No, I'm not. No,
I don't know. I just wanted to start shit. I've literally been playing Overwatch with Jack and Clinton, and I've been literally also playing Not a Hero on my Switch. And as I said earlier, I am the proud owner of an Xbox Series S. Honestly, I can't believe how fucking small the thing is, to be honest. I thought it was like a fucking rip-off replica.
Sponsoring?
You can hold it with one hand. It's fucking tiny.
If I try and do that with my PS5, I'll probably break my hand.
And just because the
saw the
PS5
picture
is
you
weirdly
sent.
shaped, you'd have to hold it like a fucking claw.
That's literally what I was thinking.
But, like,
like, how would I do this?
I actually purchased a whole bunch of games. I bought the Series S because I was like, you know what? I want to play so many of the games that are now backwards compatible on the Series S, right? So, looking back, right, I'm going to give you guys a list of what I purchased, okay? So, we have Burnout Revenge. Oh, I'm going to preface this by saying no new games are on my Series S. Burnout Revenge, Saints Row 2, Mercenaries Playground of Destruction, Conquer Live and Reloaded, Fight Night Champions, Skate, Red Dead Redemption, Midnight Club LA. It is also worth noting for Saints Row 2, I got the 2 DLCs for it, and I also got the Undead Nightmare for Red Dead Redemption.
So you didn't get
That-
the Rare Collection?
The Rare Collection?
Yeah. Rare Replay or whatever it's called?
Oh, fuck, I should have.
Banjo-Kazooie.
You can't play Banjo-Kazooie? You can't play Cameo? My man, you can't even play Grab by the Ghoulies. What are you doing?
You know what? I will buy the Rare Replay eventually. But I was just like, holy fuck, right? Let me explain. EB Games did a trade-in thing. Like, it was a deal where you essentially get rid of your old console. You trade it into them and they give you bonus credit. And me being a level 4 EB member, I got bonus credit. So, like, I traded in the PS4 and the controller. And by the end of it, I was only paying, like, I think it was like 130 something bucks. And I got an Xbox Series S. And, like, the games I just mentioned, in my opinion, for me, make it more than a worthwhile investment. To be able to play all those games on a console that cost me less than 200 bucks.
You know, I'm gonna get mine for
I'm
free.
happy. What'd you say?
I'm gonna get mine for free. I have a pretty good trade set up.
How are you gonna do it?
Well, I know where you live.
Josh is gonna walk into my house and be like, "Yeah, this is a Xbox Nullius. It's an Xbox belonging to no one, so I'm taking it."
Sorry, mate. ScoMo said this is for his empathy consultant.
Wait a minute.
But yeah,
Dude,
like,
he pays the
honestly,
empathy consultant like twice as much as we all get paid combined.
Yep. I don't know if ScoMo's a shit student, but he has shown no signs of empathy.
No.
But yeah, can someone explain to me why certain games still cost even close to full price when they're backwards compatible on the Xbox store? Like, why is Call of Duty World at War $50? It's not even the Game of the Year edition. You still have to buy the DLC for it.
I see you haven't bought old games yet. Games don't go
Yeah,
down
but
in
these
price
are
unless they're
digital.
shit.
Here's the thing: physical games, right? You buy them, you can display them, you own a tangible item, right? Something you can pick up and hold in your hand.
Yeah.
With digital games, you're just buying software.
Technically, without
What?
value.
But and the worst thing is, I really want to buy some of these games, and I'm just like, I look at it and I'm like, I can't justify it. I honestly can't justify it. In other news, I bought Red Dead Redemption for $50 because it's Red Dead Redemption and it's a fucking masterpiece. I love that game.
Dude, I will not pay
My
$50
brain
for
thought-
a 4-year-old game. All right, I will
Not
only
for
pay
no,
$50 for a 10-year-old game.
not for
My brain thought you meant
an
to-
old Call of Duty. I will not pay $50.
What?
On Call of Duty, you'd be lucky if the servers are up.
You're
No,
not
they're
paying-
still
you're
up
not
'cause they were
gonna give me
peer-to-peer.
$250 for this boxed copy of World at War.
Josh.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I'm an excellent salesman. All right,
Okay, sell me your boxed copy of World at War.
Okay,
alright?
$300.
Josh,
Coming.
the price.
Going once,
We're meant to.
going
We're meant
twice.
to negotiate.
Sold.
It's meant to go down.
Okay, $350. You're wasting my time.
Going once, going
I
twice.
work in as someone who works in retail, I'm fairly convinced someone's put a big sign on the front of the store I work at that says fucking eBay, because people just come in and bid. They don't even attempt to pay the sticker price. They just come in and bid.
The sticker price is more of a recommendation than a real actual.
Bro,
number.
I had a customer come in, right? Most confident person I've met in my life, right? I've never been half as confident as this guy. Came in, he's like, hey, I want to buy an iPhone 11. I'm like, all right, no worries. They're on special. They're $100 off. He's like, all right, give me half price and I'll buy it now. And I'm like,
My brother in
was
Christ.
that an offer or a demand? I couldn't even fucking tell. The dude had so much confidence. I was ready to sell it to him.
Yeah, it was give it to me half price, a threat.
He looked at me and I'm like, no. He was being serious. And then he hit me with the, yeah, but I could buy it off Gumtree for $50. Or $500. And I'm like,
Well, then go do
my
that.
brother in Christ, these are still sealed.
I could buy it off Gumtree.
Being serious. And he goes, look, I'll show you. Pulls up Gumtree. I'm like, nah, they're used. Pulls up other online retailers. I'm like, no, bro. It literally says refurbished. And then he looked at me and he goes, so what's your lowest price? Now, they're $8.49, I believe, right now where I work.
Oh, yeah?
And they're on special for $100 off, so $7.49. I'm like, $7.49, it's the best I can do. They're below cost. It's the iPhone 11 and the 13's out. Just fucking buy it and be out of the goddamn store. And he looked at me and he goes, make it 700 flat and we got a deal. This motherfucker asked me for the final price and then gave a final price.
Yeah, he's like... the negotiations is like a good DBZ fight. It's not over until every transformation is done.
Why do people think that heckling is still a
Haggling, my man.
thing? Oh, haggling
So,
is still a thing.
like, honestly, like, I don't mind negotiating on certain things. But what I hate is when people can't take the fucking hint. I had a customer come in to buy an iPad. And the cheapest iPad you can buy on the market is $499, right? $500. And you know what? For $500, it's decent. Customer came in. He's like, all right, hey, I'm looking to buy an iPad. I'm like, no worries. They go, I just want the cheapest one. I go, no worries, it's $499. They go, oh, all right, so is it on special? No, unfortunately, it's not on special right now. It's $499. Okay. What's the final price you'd give me?
$450.
$499. Okay. What about if I paid you in cash $499?
Dude, this is a Harvey Norman, not like a retail store owned by some guy named Ahmed. You're not getting a cash discount.
Bro, remember when Good Guys commercials used to literally say pay cash and we'll slash the prices?
Yes. Interesting way
Like-
of doing tax evasion.
Yeah, they don't say that anymore. They say shit like, get the best in kitchen appliances.
I love the fact that they basically advertised, yeah, if you don't want to pay the goods and sales tax, you bring cash.
Yeah.
The government was like, hang
Oh,
on.
man. But, like, I love my job. I love the people I work with. And for the most part, customers are great. But you just get some customers who hit me. Like, I just get some customers who say stupid shit. I had a customer yesterday talk shit to me in Arabic.
Oh, that's not a good
And
idea.
they were very surprised when I responded in Arabic.
Dude, I understand you. I work in retail sometimes, and they try to insult me in English, but I know what they're saying.
But like, I did get one customer, right? And this is honestly one of my favorite customer interactions I've had in my short time working at my current job. Where a customer was like, hey man, what's up? You know, can you do me a discount? I'm buying stuff in bulk. He bought a camera, a pair of headphones that were like $20 and a bag for his camera. Not exactly keeping the place afloat on his own, right? But he's talking about how he's buying in bulk.
Right.
He hits me with the, bro, come on, man. I've shopped here for ages. I know everyone here. I know the fucking owner.
Come on, man,
I
I'll
know the
suck
boss.
your dick. Just give me a
His daughter
fucking
sucked me
discount.
off. Like, everything. Hit me with everything. He knows everyone. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. Look. And I always hit him with the, let me check if I can give you a valued customer discount. I go, just give me your phone number. Gives me his phone number. I look it up. This phone number is not in our system.
Oh.
And I'm like, how long you say you've been shopping here? I was like, oh yeah, bro, ages. I'm like, do you have an old number? He's like, nah. I'm like,
My brother
Okay.
in Christ, just lie.
like I did so I put everything on the invoice, and he's like, all right, man, what's the best you can do for me? And the stuff he's buying, there was like little to no margin in it. Like we're making $10 off the item he's buying, and I'm like, man, honestly, we're making like fuck all off this. I can't discount it for you. And he's like, that's fine. What are you making? It was like, what, $5-10? He goes, just take the $5-10 off. And I go to him, I can't do that. And this is the only time I've ever been super blunt with a customer. And it's like, why can't you give it to me at cost price? I go, because the store needs to make $1 or $2, you know? Like, I can't give it to you for free.
You should have just hit him with the, hey, do you think that I should be paid for working here?
He's like, oh, come on, man, you know. You said you were going to look after me. I'm like, bro, you're buying 3 things. You don't want to buy any extras. I can't discount shit for you that you're not going to buy. Like, the fuck you mean, man?
Here's a tip. If you buy anything else, your cost is going to go up.
But like, my favorite
Not
thing is
down.
when customers hit me with the "I've been shopping here for 30 years" and then they don't show up on the system.
Yeah, that's funny. Can
And
I
then,
tell
like,
you
when
guys
I-
about the
there-
best deal on a game I ever got?
What?
It was at a CEX, and I won't say which one for legal reasons. And I went there, and this was when I first got my Wii U. So I wanted Mario Kart, as you do. And they rung me up and everything. They said, have a nice day. And I think I got about halfway home before I realised I didn't pay for this.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
She scanned it, put the disc in it, put it in a bag, and gave it to me. And then I left. You know what it was? She normally you pay for it before they put the disc in, and they don't do it at the same place. Like there's a register, and then there's like a second register, and I used the second register. So she had to walk into the back, grab the disc, and come back. And she did that before I paid, so she thought that I had already paid, and it completely slipped my mind. So I got halfway home before. You know what? I didn't pay for this.
Did they realise and call you back?
No,
Have
no,
you
no,
been
because
back to that
she
store?
didn't realise. Because she gave it to me. It said, have a nice day. And I left, and she was like, oh, okay, bye. So she thought that I had already paid. She'd already rung it up and put it through the system as paid. So no one said shit.
Josh, I'm hearing sirens on your end.
Sirens?
Yeah, man. It sounds like cops are coming to arrest
Oh,
you
shit.
for pulling one of the greatest heists in Australian history.
Dude,
A copy of Mario Kart on the
that'll
Wii
be
U.
like Ned Kelly's Infamy, and then right underneath that
This is how Josh ended up affording his mortgage. He didn't pay for Mario Kart on the Wii U.
Listen, ScoMo's out of touch. I know that these kids these days are buying Mario Kart on the Wii U, and that's why they can't afford housing.
Maybe if Mario spent more time doing his job as a plumber and not trying to save princesses and castles, he'd have money to buy a house.
Does Mario need a... I think of one of the games, he was like officially called like the ambassador of the Mushroom Kingdom.
And the motherfucker's still homeless.
Can you imagine
That definitely sounds
imagine?
familiar.
if the ambassador had killed like hundreds of people?
You know what's fucking hilarious? One of the things I loved about Breath of the Wild is just the exploration or whatever. But I remember I think it was Hateno Village. Link has to buy back his own fucking house.
Dude, I like how Link is also miffed about it.
They're just like, you buy this house, you provide them with all the shit they need to build for you, and rupees for their fucking labor. And then they're like, instead of being like, hey man, thank you so much for the work, they're like, yeah, I'm sending my boys to a town not far from here, just help us build it.
I like the fact that your stuff is still in there. Like, your diary is in there with your name on it.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh yeah, this house has been here for 100 years, but it's ours now. It's literally House Nullius.
We claimed it.
On that note, I think that's a good point to end the
Dude,
pod.
if
I
Link
think
can't
that
afford
is
to
too.
rent back his house, he should just buy a new one.
Yeah, obviously. But, you know, that's a
Can you
logical
tell that the
financial
election
investment.
is coming
It's
up
a solid
around us
financial
and that we're
investment.
kind of salty?
And that we totally just want it to be over, please.
Do you think Link is entitled to first time home?
Yeah, after
home
a
You think
100
Link got the
years,
first home buyer's grant?
you think after 100 years you can do the 5%?
Imagine how much
God,
the house was worth when he first bought it 100 years ago, and the inflation has fucked the price.
He's just like, what the fuck? I bought this place for 50 rupees.
They're very lucky he's a silent protagonist.
He's part of...
God damn you,
yes,
ScoMo!
silent Herulians.
God damn you, ScoModor!
Does the princess realise he's a gold digger?
I'm not allowed to say the second line of that. I'm glad I thought that through. Oh, fuck. I almost made a big mistake.
Wait, but who's? Hey Josh, who's she messing with?
She ain't messing with no one. Alright?
Okay, just thought I'd check.
No, listen.
Alright,
I never said
let's
that.
end the
Don't worry about
podcast on that.
Clinton is going to
Let's end it.
strategically bleep me into fucking oblivion. I can feel it.
Oh.
Alright.
This has been a Sci-Fi Podcast, everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll be back, maybe, as long as we don't get copyright strike.
Or cancelled.
Or cancelled. You know, cancel culture and all.
Just,
Alright.
actually, just Josh.
Just Josh.
Just
Thanks for joining us, Josh. We will see you sometime in the 1000th episode reunion.
Oh man, you guys are gonna let me back?
when the internet
Let's not
forgets.
forget. I'll come back and they'll be like, didn't this guy say that word? Fucking get him.
Oh,
Alright.
jeez.
Signing off.
Signing off.
Signing
Signing
off.
off.